So today we're tackling a growing issue in customer service, and it is these robotic interactions and checked out employees. And I'm going to show you why customers, we really just feel invisible. And then three simple mindset shifts that can bring back the human connection and the loyalty. So on a recent flight, I noticed something that perfectly captured what's wrong with customer service today. So we were sitting there, it was snack time, and as the flight attendant was walking down the aisle, now this was all I heard: pretzels, cookies, chips, pretzels, cookies, chips, pretzels, cookies, chips, over and over and over again, 20 times in a row. That there was no eye contact, there was no personality, there was no interaction. This was just a human vending machine reciting snack options. It was almost like we didn't even exist. And sadly, I have been seeing this everywhere. I mean, just today, I was getting lunch at one of my favorite sandwich shops. It's a place I have gone to for years. And the sandwich artist made my sub, handed it to me, and then said thank you as she looked on to the next thing she had to do. It wasn't a real thank you. There was no smile, there was no eye contact, there was really no presence whatsoever. Just a very flat, monotone thank you. Again, as she's looking on to the next thing that she has to get through. Now, believe me, okay, I am not asking for confetti or a standing ovation for buying a meatball sub, okay? But a genuine look in the eyes, right? A smile, that's not extra. That should just be expected in a great customer experience. Because without the customer now, there's no paycheck, there's no job, there's no business at all. Now, and here's what's wild. Now, that sandwich shop, that used to be one of the most popular restaurant brands in America in the 90s and early 2000s. But now, suffering from declining sales, they've got a failing reputation, and newer competitors are literally eating their lunch. So, what happened here? I mean, why do so many businesses fail at such a basic thing? It's because too many employees, too many leaders, they see customers as a checklist, not as people, not as human beings, right? Not as the reason that their business exists. So this is what is called task mentality, and it's everywhere in customer service today. Now, it's what happens when somebody gets so focused in on checking the boxes that they forget why the box even matters. Now, you might get the order right, but you get the experience completely wrong. So I want to share with you three simple shifts to really rehumanize customer service. All right, so shift number one: presence over process. Okay, forget the script. Be present. Look up. Smile. Make eye contact. All right, for that flight attendant, the pretzels, cookies, chips. Now, that was the process, but a warm greeting like, "Hi, would you like a snack? Here are our options." That's the presence. All right, now I realize every job, they have repetitive tasks that you have to get through. And that's especially true for frontline employees and flight attendants. But I've traveled enough to see the difference between those who genuinely care about the customer experience and those who are just going through the motions. And trust me on this, customers feel the difference. And when they begin to feel processed, they leave. Right? There are no shortage of options out there for customers to go to. So here's my recommendation. Okay, whether you are working the front lines or you are in leadership, replace that autopilot mode with awareness. I think about it like this. How often are you driving back home, and once you get there, you realize you really have no memory of the drive, right? You were just on autopilot. In your work, you might be saying the right words, but you're not really there. So take a breath, reset, re-engage, and deliver the moment. Don't just complete the task. So shift number two: see the person, not just the task. Right? Your job isn't to just make a sandwich or hand out snacks. It's to serve a human being, right? That person is somebody's parent, sibling, or friend, right? They have a name, they've got a story, they've got a life. And now I'm not saying that you need to learn their life story, but treating them with respect, treating them with kindness. Now that should just be the standard. Now I have met plenty of sandwich artists and flight attendants who were incredible at this. Now they worked efficiently, and they made the interaction feel personal. It was the way that they approached the moment that made all the difference. And then shift number three: small moments can equal big loyalty. Now, a smile, a sincere thank you, a comment about their day, those tiny actions, they cost nothing. But to the customer, they mean everything. Because companies now, they don't just lose customers over one giant failure. They lose them from 1,000 small missed opportunities. And now here's the pushback that I often hear. We'll hear things like, well, we're short staffed, we can't deliver great service, or we don't get paid enough to care, or customers don't even notice anyways. Now, believe me, I hear you. All right, and I actually have covered these and several more of these stories that we tell ourselves as to why we can't give a great customer experience in a video that you can see right here. But presence and kindness and intention, now those don't cost more time. They cost a shift in your focus. Okay? You can't always control the staffing or the pay or even the customer's mood, but you can control the experience that you deliver. Now that's the part that follows you from job to job and company to company. Now, customer service excellence isn't just about your title or your uniform. It's about the way that you show up. So the final challenge I have for you, task or experience. All right, next time you're on your job, ask yourself one simple question. Am I doing the task or am I delivering the experience? Because one just checks the box. The other builds your brand, and customers can feel and tell the difference. So are you ready to deliver more than just a transaction? If you're tired of service that feels robotic and you want more videos like this that really can help your team to deliver these moments, not just go through the motions and complete the transactions, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can check out some of my other videos. I'm linking to a playlist down there in the video description below. And you can find additional customer service resources at www.snowassociates.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.